Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Human Revolution.
Heineken.
Oh, is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
I don't do a drinks, so, but it is recognizable as alluding to that.
Yeah, Heineken has those colors, that font, and instead of a triangle, I think it's a star?
Hey, what happens if a person drinks too much Hefecrocrin? Hefecrocrin. Human dehydration.
Oh, that's good. Aw, Freedom, my girl, you are so cool to come pick me up.
Limo has arrived. You ready to leave?
Yes! I love you, girl.
Let's go.
You're so cool.
Right. Detroit local. This is Sarah Industries Bravo Echo Echo 008. Continuing on.
Neat. Good to see you, Malik. Could you have dropped me off here before? Because that would have been a little extra good.
For real, yeah.
I know you don't like to scratch your paint job with gangster bullets, but I could have gotten out and taken care of the ones up here really quickly, and we all know you're a fast pilot, so this is kind of a dick move.
If there were no gangster bullets on the way out, why would there be gangster bullets? Yeah, although,
Well,
you know what
because
I'm
you
realizing?
knocked out those people.
You know what I'm realizing?
What you realizing?
I think they might be taking me somewhere else. I think they might be taking me to what I think of as, like, the second dungeon environment.
Okay.
Because that truck looks familiar. I think that they might be taking me to, like, a hangar facility with, like, a strong slope downward, I recall. Is it that part of the game already? That seems... I thought that happened later. No, I think I'm confusing that with the docks, with, like, the barge district.
I love the design of this plane. Well, VTOL.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bridges.
This craft.
Coordinates on that factory yet?
VTOL
I was
craft.
only able to
Vertical
pinpoint an
takeoff
approximate area,
and
Jensen.
landing
So
craft.
scout around and look for anything unusual. I'll keep monitoring the frequency in case it suddenly goes active.
Let me double check to make sure I didn't accidentally just work something up. I think I can... Yeah, I don't think I have to do it immediately, because that would be ridiculous if they made you leave that area just to turn around and go back. So I think I can turn in that quest to Jenny later. The only problem is I'm still going to have that stupid crossbow in my inventory the whole time.
Maybe he needs a crossbow. And has a pocket full of many dollars. Are dollars the currency?
No, I think that it's actually like a... Credits. They're credits with a sort of V with two horizontal bars through it?
I think that might be yen.
No, that's a Y with bars through it, isn't it? I think it might be purposefully reminiscent.
Yeah, you're probably right. So it's a new thing. It's credits.
Yeah.
It's just the idea of stored up goods and services.
Yeah, see, I think that this is a dungeon environment because Jensen took his coat off. That's how you know that things are getting serious.
His arms are so cool.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that makes me really happy about the world that we're living in?
What?
People are using 3D printers to print cool arms for people that don't have arms at this point. Custom ones, interesting ones of varying levels of utility and fashion. And it makes me happy that that exists. I know that not everybody gets those, but it's just cool that we're at that point now where, you know, if you happen to have one less arm or a couple less arms than standard, you can get an arm that looks like Adam Jensen's arm.
I have an interesting story about that. To just do a tonal 180 and go the other direction.
Yeah.
Remind me
Okay.
after this cutscene is over. Oh, does this conclude with the first boss? No. No, because this isn't the right one anyway.
We've been compromised.
The big one is the first one you made.
Manderley was supposed to have that more.
Oh, they're all
locked down.
here. Never mind.
Somebody got to the corpse before we did. We can still reconfigured. Track this Yahoo down.
It's too late for that. It's time to clean up.
That was the
But
guy that shot Jensen.
What
in the
about the Dutchman?
Mm-hmm.
No loose ends, Barrett.
I'll make the call.
Gosh, those are
Get out of
three
sight now.
impressive looking
What's going on?
MFers.
They're here.
Like, I'm like, sorry, I was just going on and on about how cool Jensen's arm is, and I'm like, no.
So
Those guys have it together. Those guys look intentional.
the publisher / developer of this game had a replica, like the shell of Jensen's arm, I think available for purchase, and they also had like a... Excuse me? What do you mean grenade throwback? Jensen is equipped with an explosive proximity detector that can warn him of imminent danger from grenades. When a grenade is thrown next to Adam, the neural hub will vibrate and display a warning message. Okay, how do I scroll this? Stylus. Got it. Got it. Jensen is able to throw these grenades back. To do so, you need to quickly slide the grenade icon towards the top of the touchscreen. No, because
No,
if
that's
it's
not good.
if it's a frag grenade, well, maybe if they throw a concussion or a gas grenade, but that's a lot to try to manage. You know what's going to happen?
Do you
I
need
am
to
going
save?
to. No, I don't think so, because I'm not under the pressure of it being recommended that you do it flawlessly anymore.
Okay.
Actually, I should still probably save and just in case I get gunned down. But the autosave has been covering for me pretty well. But what's going to happen is somebody's going to throw a grenade at me, and I'm going to break the gamepad in half trying to pull it up to my face quickly because there's this table here, right? Yeah, I'm going to snap this thing in two. Now, what were we... Oh,
You were telling me about the developer having a model of Jensen's arm available for sale.
Yeah. They had like a little mini documentary style video detailing the process, and the end results are just... It ultimately felt a little unintentionally, I mean obviously, but unintentionally cruel to have this level of usability, this level of articulation and on-demand control for what was a very old style of prosthetic.
Oh, yeah, so it was just a cool-looking skin when you know that Jensen can roll around, punch through walls, and spin people by their heads.
I mean, it's not even that necessarily. I don't even think it was attached to a prosthetic that uses like the what I think is the highest level of prosthetic technology available in real life today. Like it, you know how they have like the bands that they connect to different muscle groups,
And you sort of learn to flex those muscles to flex that. Flexing those muscles translates electrically to the parts of the arm that articulate the fingers and stuff. So you're just kind of like learning to use a new muscle group in a new way.
right?
And that's really cool.
Yes, I think it's the coolest thing I've seen regarding the technology, aside from there was a woman, and it was it interpreted the test subject's brainwaves in a way that
So the pattern.
she could control the model, the arm that they had, remotely without it being attached to her, with a much higher degree of fidelity.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up and make sure that I'm remembering it correctly, because it was, I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, so we're close. We're close to Deus Ex now.
It's not available to very many people, but
I'm sure
it's on its way.
I'm sure that it's ruined by radiation outside of a lab setting, but I mean, hey, that's just, we're give it another decade, right?
Yeah.
And now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, am I
making that up? Is that really
science
out
fiction?
now?
It sounds like science fiction now that I'm saying it out loud.